everybody! Jason here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, streaming on Treaty 7 land, home of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuu Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda Nation, along with the Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. Welcome to Day 87 of 100 Days of Gaming, Raid the Arcade! 100 Days of Gaming is part of Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games that heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers, and all go towards your local children's hospital. And then you get to play games for 24 hours on November 6th. Yep, that's 2 weeks from today, but there's still time to sign up. I'm playing games to help raise money for the Alberta Children's Hospital right here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of Extra Life for 9 years now. It's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good, and you can donate in the links below or in the pin post on my Facebook page. Any Extra Life Platinum participant who raises $2,500 in 2021 will receive this Extra Life Neon Light, perfect for lighting up your gaming space and a reminder of all you've done to change kids' health and change the future. Last year in 2020, over 43,000 participants in 113 countries helped over 10 million kids at 170 children's hospitals across Canada and the United States by raising over $17.4 million. And those numbers just keep getting bigger and better every year, but we can't do it without you. So, if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or if you'd like to support my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, you can do so at the links below, or at the link that I just dropped in Twitch chat, or on the pinned post on my Facebook page. Okay, so tonight, here on 100 Days of Gaming, we're heading back into the courtroom for Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Okay, so previous viewers may notice that earlier on in my 100 Days of Gaming stream, I played a bit of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, the prequel series, but a little bit of a history. The Ace Attorney series, in case you weren't aware, you play their interactive murder mysteries. You play a defense attorney, and your client has been accused of a gruesome murder, and it's your job to investigate the evidence, interview witnesses, analyze the crime scene, and navigate your way in court to find your client innocent and finger the real culprit. But actually, the second game in the series, Justice for All, was released in North America in 2007, I believe, ported over to Nintendo DS. And the second game in the series was actually the first one I ever played. I then later tried to track down the first game, and I played them all, and I'm a big fan of the Ace Attorney series. In fact, I even cosplayed as Phoenix Wright at PAX West 2 years ago. But I haven't played the second game in the series in many, many, many years, so I'll bet I've forgotten all the twists and turns in the storyline. But I'm playing the Nintendo Switch port because the Ace Attorney trilogy was on sale on the eShop, so I picked it up. Okay, so let's get started. Yeah, let's see how far I can get in the very first episode, The Lost Turnabout, in 1 hour. Grr, how did I get into this mess? That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright! What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Squish. September 8th, 9:08 a.m., District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1. What a nightmare. What's this ringtone that caused it? I really should be dozing off right before our trial starts anyway. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. He's a bad guy. A few minutes later, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Dot, dot, dot. Ouch, my head is throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning! Back! Good morning? What's wrong? You don't look well. People at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that! Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong? What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right? Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost and all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Ever! What is this girl babbling about? I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... what's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You make me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible! No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this! No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes, I'm? Dot, dot, dot. Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Hark! Someone please! Tell me this is all just a bad dream! Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? September 8th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Dot, dot, dot. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? Let's do the good old-fashioned Phoenix Wright faking. Yes. I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me! And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie.
Okay, and who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright.
Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know.
You work under that detective? Yes, sir, and while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down, I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Yes, this autopsy report, correct?
Why do I not remember getting a copy?
I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph.
Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I guess.
Mr. Wright! Is your head on right today? That was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body.
Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like you're such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. ... All right, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record.
Court record?
Yep. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing the R button.
The R button, huh? You know what you're talking about, don't you?
It seems like I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead.
Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor? Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later.
Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? The R button? Okay. Okay, here we are. The attorney's badge. All important badge. Shows I'm a defense attorney. Cell phone. Found in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Dustin's autopsy report. Time of death. 9/6 at 6:28 p.m. Caused broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. Glasses found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. And crime photo 1. The victim fell from the path above. And the people associated with this. Maggie Bird, 22, my client. The only thing I recall is that she's a policewoman. Dustin Prince, 30, the victim and a policeman. It seems he was dating the defendant, Maggie Bird. Vincent Payne, 53, the prosecutor. Likes presence. Generally bad at getting his points across. Dick Gumshoe, 31. Detective Precinct in charge of the initial investigation. Okay.
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body?
The glasses. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses.
That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held on to them as he fell.
Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, it's my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on that same day I accidentally stepped on mine.
A coincidence, he says.
Your Honor, I have further evidence to present.
Oh, you have more?
And this evidence is very decisive.
Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his stage, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit.
This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor.
Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here.
The prosecution would like to submit this picture.
Understood. This court accepts it into evidence.
Crime photo 2 added to the record. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious, the victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But I already told you those glasses aren't mine! And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy! I'm not guilty, sir!
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine? This is it! I'm counting on you! Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all! Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces! Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecutors and witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time.
Lie? But isn't that detective your superior?
Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong.
Like the detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain.
It doesn't matter! Either way, it's bad press, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor.
Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. Something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During the state, the victim was pushed from the bench area. Write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Saying it, but it's clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With these evidence of the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. Okay, let's press for more information. About those glasses, do you have any proof that they belong to my client?
The lenses are for nearsightedness and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the one she was wearing in her ID, pal.
What should I do now? Keep pressing. Hold it! Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses?
The dirt and the sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else.
So what are you saying, detective? Is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's?
Something like that.
What?
I see. So there is no proof.
Wow, that was amazing! I could totally feel it down in my gut! Okay, during his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. Press for more info. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that was how he fell?
Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed.
Hold it! The culprit's name?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but...
Was the name that of my client?
I don't like saying it, but it's clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir.
Are you absolutely certain?
Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie.
He's got a point. Hey, hold on!
Huh?
Don't harm me! I know the picture says Maggie, but... Now that she mentions it, something does kind of seem off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction! Now hurry up and present some evidence! So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like.
Better check the court record again.
Photo of the area around the hand. Let's see, there's something wrong here with this picture. I actually played this game when it first came out, so it's been a while, but let's see. Wait a minute. There's no image of the writing here in this picture. With this piece of evidence of the glasses, it's hard to say she's the culprit. Okay, here goes nothing. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction of that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence of the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think there will be any points with the judge. Okay, let's press this statement. You are certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground? There were scratches on his fingers from the rough sand. There were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It clearly seems that the name was written by the victim himself. That didn't go so well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then we're in a lot of trouble. Don't give up! Keep the fighting spirit going! I'm glad you're all pumped up, but... Nobody wants to see your special move, sir! My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence! Present evidence? Oh, that present evidence. Andrew was just thinking about that. Yes, the great Phoenix Wright is back. Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. It sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. That's it! The name is misspelled! The name on the ground was written M-A-G-G-I-E, but her name is spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. Objection! That's the trick! Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
What is it?
Dot dot dot. What's come over me? Well, thinking, I just blurted out, "Objection!" And I yelled at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe!
You talking to me, pal?
Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see, this is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is, Maggie Bird.
I think someone needs to check the court record.
What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah!
It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir.
As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. This is a blatant contradiction of facts.
Oh, how about that? I didn't even notice.
But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name.
No!
This is very true. Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers?
Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to ask me what she should get for him. Oh, those two sound like they were close.
Nevertheless, tragedy struck.
Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright.
Okay, press on that. I like pressing on all the statements.
How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off.
They got close, I take it.
Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I'd gone on that trip.
What is it?
Oh, nothing, sir, really. Anyway. Sounded like they were even talking about marriage.
Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her?
What? You say the guy's got to marry the same age as himself, pal?
No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Justin were only a year apart, you know.
I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal.
The incident just happened to be the victim's birthday. The day of the incident, you mean September 6th?
Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day, and since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time.
That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Officer Bird got Officer Prince a present. You seem to know a lot about the defendant.
Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I gotta watch out for my subordinates.
Even what she was going to give us a present? Is that going a bit too far?
Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything happens under me. So much as scratches there.
I really don't need to know that much.
That's all right. Please refrain from badgering the witness.
I agree. Even this witness has a crush on the defendant. That should not be the point of discussion at this time.
Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this?
It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty. I should have you arrested.
I think the good detective is about done here. Something's about over 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago?
Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal.
So, what was his birthday present?
She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one?
Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove.
Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove.
Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance?
Nah, nothing like that, Pat. Oh.
Then what is it like?
She ordered it. It was custom made.
Custom made? The glove was custom made?
Yup, that's what I said.
So the glove was custom made.
Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case.
Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case?
Of course it is.
I don't know where this will lead me, but...
Of course it is relevant.
That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I'm wondering how long it would take. This is great.
Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. It feels like I used to do this to squeeze information with even the most tight-lipped people.
Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, about the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? Officer Prince really liked the color yellow.
And that's why you had to special order it?
Yep, that's right. That and one other reason.
I think this court has heard enough. It's clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Now, that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim?
I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and before we start that part of the witness testimony, this looks like it's a good time for our A-Station break. So, you're watching me play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All as part of 100 Days of Gaming. Raid the Arcade. 100 Days of Gaming is part of Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. You want to play games and heal kids? Then go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and coworkers that all go towards your local children's hospital. And then you get to play games for 24 hours, and this year the big day is November 6th. Yep, that's 2 weeks from today, but there's still time to sign up. It's because that, if November 6th is no good for you, you can play games whenever you like. You can play as long as you like, whatever you like, wherever you like. It's all good because you're playing games to heal kids. I've been part of Extra Life now for 9 years, and I'm playing games that help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital right here in Calgary that helps out over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. And Extra Life is a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good. And Extra Lifers who raise $2,500 in 2021 will receive this Extra Life neon lamp as a thank you gift. So you'll be able to set it up next to your battle station or wherever it is you play games, and you'll get to remember all those games that you played to change kids' health. So get in those pledges and get going. Last year in 2020, over 43,000 participants in 113 countries helped over 10 million kids at 170 children's hospitals across Canada and the United States by raising over $17.4 million. And those numbers just keep getting bigger and better every year, but we can't do it without you. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or if you'd like to help my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, you can do so at the links below, or the link that I just dropped in Twitch chat, or the pinned post on my Facebook page. Excuse me. Okay, so now let's get back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All, here on 100 Days of Gaming. Doing cold readings of all these dialogue-heavy games without any recorded dialogue is really hard on the throat. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger.
We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we can confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor.
But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand?
This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point.
Agreed, Your Honor.
So what was the result of the investigation? So in the end, you couldn't confirm it.
Hey, don't you look down on us! I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal! Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
Alright.
I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir.
Okay, so I made it up. Anyway.
Next, we check the victim's pointer finger. His pointer finger?
You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces.
Yeah, don't tell me it bothers you.
Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal.
In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct?
Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he'd been writing in sand. And the results?
And what does that prove?
Well, it proves he did write the name with his own finger.
Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail.
I guess he's right.
And there's more.
There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Scratches on his skin?
Yup, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there.
That is incredible!
Sure is, that's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name.
You mean a microscope?
Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found them.
I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is.
Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science.
None of my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you'd think there was only one conclusion, that the name was definitely written by the victim.
But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand,
Do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? The present? What about it? Okay, let's take a look at the birthday present Rag given it was custom made. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Typically, hey, wait a minute. I'm thinking that in baseball, don't you typically wear a glove over your dominant hand? Let's see. Maybe that could be it. Let's take a look. Wrote the name with his right hand. Okay. Let's try the glove. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this.
That's a glove, right?
Could you tell the court what is special about this glove?
What's special? Never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow. And that's about it.
Yes, it is really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities.
Huh?
There's another reason why it's special.
And what would that be?
It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person.
Left-handed? Oh, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That's why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, Detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture there was his... Wait a sec! Don't forget that the victim was left-handed.
Ah! I object!
Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves.
There is only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim.
Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. That means Maggie is...
No! It's impossible!
Mr. Payne!
Yes, Your Honor?
The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent.
No! All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Whew, I feel like I can breathe again.
It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor?
Thank you, sir.
See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good.
And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Hey, joking on board, they're ready to retire.
I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird.
No, not yet.
Please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne?
The prosecution is not finished yet.
What do you mean?
We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
What? And what did this witness witness?
The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck?
Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness.
I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here.
Court is adjourned for recess.
September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why did you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you could fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A baggy kick should be all that you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's what problem we'll be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix, right? What a weird name. So serious, you really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Well, that's your cell phone number. You His business card is in the court record. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yup. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me right now?
What I can tell you, I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but...
Cell phone?
Yeah, your eyes lit when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me! This might be very important! Okay, Roger! It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone when I was on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We could meet up and I could give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You call me Maggie. We need to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did.
So where's the phone you found now?
I gave it to you yesterday.
Huh? To me? Is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this?
You think it's anything to do with the murder?
I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up...
Ah! You were here all along! You're so mean! I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up! And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left! Ah, now who in the heck is this?
Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too.
Hey, good morning, Maggie! And a good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going?
Is there a word for worse than abysmal?
Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to rescue with the ultra-decisive, super-important evidence! Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring.
Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this, a list? There's about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it.
It's kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good.
No good? As in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this?
Don't look at me!
Where did you get this list from in the first place?
What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday!
Oh, is that right?
These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found.
So that's where they're from.
You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you! Actually, Mr. Wright is...
Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please meet the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately.
Oh, oops, guess you have to get going. We talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck.
I guess of all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't.
Come on, Nick. Better get a move on.
Yeah. September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on...
There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls his next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something.
Huh? Oh, all right, go ahead.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk?
Did I?
But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would be absolute true, but again, it's just something I can't read that fast.
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
What is he, a human chatterbox? I have to question him.
Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course university. First rates need only apply.
Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses.
That's enough. Your name, witness.
Oh, is that how you want to play this? Use your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. The old people are your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
I'm sorry, it won't happen again.
Oh, man.
I forgive you. All right, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit.
Ahem, Mr. Wellington. On the day of the murder, you were taking a strolling for the park, correct?
It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, by all means. But I remind you that I am no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know,
Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park.
See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you... What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer.
Banana?
That was certainly a decisive testimony.
Decisive? Dick, did you just hear what he just said?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm?
It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes, and if she really is innocent, then there can only be one thing. That guy is lying.
You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright.
Find out the truth no matter how you craft your lies. Okay, right away he said something weird. Park all afternoon. Recall the time, 6 p.m. Police officer falls. Charming young lady. Pretty defendant. The thing you saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Wait a minute. Do you mean this banana? Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here.
Yes, he knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you could use this as a way to pull more information out of me.
That's where you'd be wrong.
But Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove?
Huh? What? A baseball glove?
Does it look delicious? Care for a bite?
That's not... It's a... No!
Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. The witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes?
Huh? How? What? You... Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas.
No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like the people who refuse that Galileo for Copernican theory. You blah, 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 blah. Yak.
I can't read that fast. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is.
They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are ordinary glasses, so to replace them...
How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness?
You're an unrelenting evil man.
Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet.
It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call.
They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed it within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away.
Yes, that is correct.
Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer! You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. She ran away just like that?
Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education?
Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit.
This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. I'll get more information out of him. He called the police station. Immediately? As in
immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have been lapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen, or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school?
Did people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Huh? 6:45 I made the call. Okay, let's see. What could be in there? Hey, wait a minute. If the time of death was 6:28 and you say grade 6:45 and called right away, that can't be right. Mr. Wellington, will you please take a look at this?
You mean the victim's autopsy report?
According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m.
So what of it?
You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder.
It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 50 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington.
Yes?
Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question.
Telephone. I mean,
spit it out, man.
I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth?
mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the lawyers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness! Oh, I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What, are you saying the first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? You're the old genius of a strange burger, too? Enough! Oh, man, oh, man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone?
Nick, that cell phone, could it be?
This phone Maggie found? There's no way! Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further. Mr. Wellington! Where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by a search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you!
You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Let's see. Richard Wellington, 22. Self-proclaimed drifting virtuoso. Let's see. I think it's because this was the phone that Maggie found. It's very simple. This evidence backs up my claim. And yet again, you presented this court with an obtuse, meaningless item. Huh? It's obtuse and meaningless?
I don't get you at all, Nick. Why do you think
You wouldn't need to look for a phone in the first place. Well, that's because I was looking at evidence and it just hit me. I thought, hey, you really didn't have to look for a phone. Why don't you hurry up and present that piece of evidence? What was that piece of evidence again? Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. I vaguely remember the details of this case, but this is the evidence backs up the claim. Obtuse, meaningless item, huh? Meaningless? I don't get. Oh, looks like this isn't the wrong one. Okay, let's see. Because the phone booth was right there. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime photo?
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That's correct. All the friend had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Look! Order! Order!
Oh, what does reporting the crime a little late prove with the defense?
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes.
That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony.
Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said she was going to return it to him, so there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. I wasn't looking for his cell phone. Maybe he was looking for something else. Was he?
Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor?
Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with this court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. Or be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Eric, I shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please state the course of one piece of evidence. I'll answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away?
Because we have a cell phone. Perhaps this is the evidence you need to be convinced.
Perhaps.
Yeah, there's just ideas I thought I'd throw out.
I just perhaps you should find a better piece of evidence.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Well then,
before you do, you'll be penalized.
Ouch. Okay, let's try that again. Why didn't they call him right away? Yeah, let's see. I've actually got a vague idea as to what this may be, but... I've got an idea. And that's not it. Yeah, sometimes the logic in these games can be a bit obtuse. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Why didn't call him right away? Okay, well, the clock says 7 o'clock. The glasses? Mr. Wellington! What? Don't do that! You almost gave me a heart attack! These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah! Where did you find... Yeah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. And these glasses are in fact yours! I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Order! No, wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew he had to find the glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize is that they were under the victim's body. That is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm on to something here. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer.
Did you figure it out, Nick?
More or less. Turns out the cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot.
Yeah!
This is so exciting watching it work again. So my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being a murderer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This is third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear an explanation as to why you are not the murderer. What? That's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? And we already know that it's not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But wouldn't it be the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would he know the person's name was Maggie? Maggie! That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of his bird before this trial.
I forgot.
Really, this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Yes, that's right. Talked on the phone. If I could prove the witness had a chance to learn. The defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? This is how. I don't think there's evidence that the defense doesn't know what's going on.
Aren't you a little old to be laughing like a 5-year-old? Take some responsibility.
If you need a lecture on responsibility from you, of all people, the defense will receive a penalty. Think carefully. Yes, Your Honor. Now, will the defense please present its case? The witness have known the defendant's name. Okay, I was thinking it was a spelling error, but because of the cell phone. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why you? How did you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Maggie.
That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is M-A-G-G-E-Y, but the name that was written on the ground was M-A-G-G-I-E. This is a mistake that only occurred if all you knew was how her name sounded. Eek! Order! Order!
But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor.
Are you sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but...
Now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. Let's see.
The names list that was found on the phone. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group.
You looked up all those numbers?
Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artists group.
What? Con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is outrage and invasion of privacy.
Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want for you is to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you, know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is just my badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Is it obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill.
No! This is so much!
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I
got you now. That police officer.
Your Honor!
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is just my badgering of the witness.
You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours?
Well, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Ms. Bird and to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the feds think about this? Think about it logically, then it makes sense.
Maybe we should be thinking outside the box.
Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe the slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with a witness? Yep, that's right. That's right, Dustin was with Maggie at the time and he was still in uniform. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone into state right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. That girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He could have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask me questions before returning the phone. If we do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible that they'll already check on the phone. And he went into a panic, which is what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform! Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Impressive. Not bad for a person with third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! That guy really creeped me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious cell phone number this, suspicious call group that, they're all on that phone. You say the phone is really mine. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. The phone I lost. I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. Make sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor! It's bad. Don't turn tables on me like this. The cell phone. Must be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe... Okay, the phone stored numbers. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the call group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What are we trying to determine is who that phone belongs to? Who cares what phone numbers are stored on it? Besides, who knows? Maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. The witness is quite right. I'm afraid I have to reject the defense's proposal. Trick is back to his arrogant, annoying self again. His cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. Maybe fingerprints on the phone? I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got them from Maggie, you wiped it off. Like what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash rabble like morons amongst themselves. And he's been in complete recovery. I have to say this. My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the number stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've gotta be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington? What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my God! Now I remember! Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. How am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself, you're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at Ultra Fancy Restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go and all that? Raise an objection. Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it.
Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything.
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions.
You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Did you hear that? No harassment around, Mr. Attorney.
Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court.
I only get one shot at this.
If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended.
Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
No.
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything.
Yes, because that creep and I have the same model cell phone?
Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Wait, what am I doing? This is time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is... The card is important because of what is on the back.
You want your cell phone number on the back, but
that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone?
Huh? Right now? The court is still in session.
It's okay. You'll see.
Okay, if you say so.
Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright?
We're going to call my cell phone now.
And then the court will see everything for what it is. Follow the idiotic, stupid things, too.
Tag!
What? Where's my phone?
It was with the stupid-sounding ringtone!
Mr. Wellington!
How strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my phone.
You're...
No, I can't! By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one.
So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and lost all ability to make rational judgments.
Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding...
It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally.
Speak of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
September 8th, 2:16 p.m., District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel very bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Huh?
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Whole life? It can't be that bad, can it?
since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor by apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Yeah, that's right, you were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There's an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh! I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true! The club didn't even have any sort of special meeting, but just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault! Dustin's death, your head being all messed up! Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm gonna find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole new ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise! Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess! Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks, you take care of yourselves too. What a horrible day. I've got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. Afraid to ask, but here it goes. So this may sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back! At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe, he's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered! This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, there's Tanak, what's wrong? You keep staring at me, don't tell me you miss me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright? Sounds good. All the phone numbers in my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick! Let's go to our usual burger joint! Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story. That story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. And that's it, the end of episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. Save your progress? Yeah. Okay, and that's Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. So you've been watching me play it as part of 100 Days of Gaming Raid the Arcade. 100 Days of Gaming is part of Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and then start collecting pledges from your family, friends, and co-workers. So you can play games for 24 hours on November 6th, and all those pledges go toward your local children's hospital. Or it could be whatever day that you want. We're cool like that. I've been part of Extra Life now for 9 years, and I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital right here in Calgary that helps out over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. Yes, again, all those pledges that you collect all go towards your local children's hospital, and this way you have a lot of fun and give back to your community at the same time. And Extra Lifers who raised $2,500 this year will get this Extra Life Neon Light as a thank you gift. So it's a perfect addition for your gaming cave as you remember all the good that you've done playing games to change kids' health. Last year in 2020, over 43,000 participants in 113 countries helped over 10 million kids at 170 children's hospitals across Canada and the United States by raising over $17.4 million. And those numbers just keep getting bigger and better every year, but we can't do without you. So, if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or, if you'd like to help my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, you can do so at the links below, or the link that I just dropped in Twitch chat, or the pinned post on my Facebook page. Well, as you probably can tell by now, my throat is just about shot, so thanks again for tuning in for watching me play some of Ace Attorney here on 100 Days of Gaming. I'll be back tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Mountain Time. And remember, as always, kids can't wait. Good night, everybody.